हेलो एवरीबॉडी, आज की इस वीडियो में मैं आपके साथ डिस्कस करने वाली हूँ 10 ऐसे टिप्स। अगर आप ग्राउंड स्टाफ इंटरव्यू के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, कैबिन क्रू इंटरव्यू के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, तो ये सारे टिप्स ऐसे टिप्स है कि अगर आपने इन एस्पेक्ट्स पे अपने सीवी को प्रिपेयर किया और खुद इंटरव्यू के लिए प्रिपेयर करते हैं इन सारे 10 टिप्स को लेके, तो आई डू नॉट थिंक दैट देर इज हार्डली एनी पॉसिबिलिटी कि आप रिजेक्ट हो जाओ। ठीक है, तो ये सारे टिप्स क्या है एक एक करके मैं आपके साथ डिस्कस करूंगी एंड आई रियली होप कि ईच ऑफ यू आर एबल टू गेट योर ड्रीम जॉब। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। मेरा नाम है रचना, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। सो टिप नंबर 1 इज रिसर्च अबाउट द एयरलाइन। आप जब भी जिस भी एयरलाइन में इंटरव्यू देने जा रहे हैं, चाहे आप ग्राउंड स्टाफ के इंटरव्यू के लिए जा रहे हो या कैबिन क्रू के इंटरव्यू के लिए जा रहे हो, हमेशा ऑलवेज डू अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ होमवर्क व्हेन यू आर गोइंग टू अपीयर फॉर द इंटरव्यू। वन डे बिफोर योर इंटरव्यू गूगल अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट द कंपनी, उनके कंपनी हेड्स कौन से हैं, उनके पॉलिसीज क्या क्या है, उनका फ्लीट साइज यानी कितने एयरक्राफ्ट उनके पास है, उनके क्या क्या डेस्टिनेशंस है, वो उनके फ्यूचर प्लान्स क्या है, जस्ट बेसिक इन्फॉर्मेशन। इससे क्या होगा कि इंटरव्यू में अगर कोई भी चीज़ से रिलेटेड अगर वो आपसे पूछे भी नहीं उस कंपनी के बारे में, आप अपने इंटरव्यू में जो भी क्वेश्चंस आपसे पूछे जाएंगे इन बिटवीन आप कुछ ऐसे सेंटेंसेस ऐड कर सकते हो दैट यू नो अबाउट द एयरलाइन। इट विल मेक यू लुक वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट, it will make you look like okay, this person has done their homework, this person knows what this person is coming for. They next one, tip number 2, it is dress professionally. When I say dress professionally, I do not mean you need to buy the most expensive clothes that you have and then only those people will get selected. Wearing formal western attire, simple formal western attire, smartly dressed personnel is the most apt person for getting selected. ठीक है, you don't have to buy the most expensive clothes, just have a formal western attire, follow proper aviation grooming guidelines with regards to makeup, with regards to accessories, with regards to your clothes, with regards to your hair. Be simple, you have to be elegant, but that does not mean that you have to buy the most expensive clothes. Just dress smartly and then go for the interview. ठीक है। टिप नंबर 3 इज हैविंग गुड कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स। अब कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स को कैसे ठीक कर सकते हैं? ऑफ कोर्स कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स कैन ओनली बी फिक्स्ड बाय कम्युनिकेटिंग। लोगों से आप बात कीजिए, टॉक टू देम इन अ नाइस टोन। अगर आपका टोन कैसा है उसको आप जज कीजिए। लोगों से आप जब बात करते हो उनसे अच्छे से इंटरेक्ट कीजिए, नॉट जस्ट with the recruiter, even your peers, all those candidates who've come for the interview, उनसे भी आप अच्छे से interact कीजिए। All these things are checked in the interview. It is not just how good or how effectively you are communicating with the recruiter. You should be able to communicate with everybody because ultimately aviation is a job role where teamwork plays a very important role. ठीक है? So communicating, having good communication skills with everybody, from the person who is just registering your name for the interview to the person who is actually going to shortlist you or who is a recruiter. सबसे talk effectively, talk nicely, talk respectfully. Every single thing is judged. Alright. Number 4 is customer service focus. What do I mean when I say customer service focus? आपसे जो भी क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाए ट्राई कीजिए, जो भी क्वेश्चंस बेसिक अगर आपसे इंट्रोडक्शन भी आपका पूछा जाए, सो ट्राई टू इंक्लूड पॉइंट्स वेयर कस्टमर सर्विस इज प्लेड एन इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल. Whatever question they ask you, if they ask you about yourself also, you could talk about how passionate you are about customer service. You can give examples about customer service. You can give examples about how a customer should be treated. ऐसे सब आप कुछ भी वन लाइनर्स ऐड कीजिए, but try to pay attention towards customer service in your answers and even in your CV. Okay. Next is teamwork. जैसे कि मैंने आपको बोला था इसके पहले भी, teamwork is very very important in the aviation industry. We cannot be solo workers in the aviation industry. You have to put this in your mind. So your answers, the way you talk, even if you have group discussions, whatever you have on the interview day, everything should be kept in mind that you're working as a team. Don't think कि सिर्फ मैं सबसे best answer दूंगी. You have to make sure that everybody is interacting. If you are in a group as well, if you are given an activity in a group to finish off an activity on the interview day, try to make sure that you are engaging everybody in that activity, because that is also going to be judged, because aviation is all about teamwork. Next tip is adaptability. अडेप्टेबिलिटी बेसिकली मीन्स कि आपको कोई भी डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशंस में अगर वो डालते हैं तो आप उससे कैसे फ्लेक्सिबल हो सकते हो, आप कितने फ्लेक्सिबल हो वो चेक किया जाएगा, ठीक है। एविएशन इज ऑल अबाउट अडेप्टेबिलिटी. यू हैव टू बी अडेप्टेबल टू ससेप्टेबल कंडीशंस इफ यू आर अ पार्ट ऑफ द एविएशन इंडस्ट्री. there are no 2 days which are the same in this industry. Okay, there can be a possibility कि आज आपकी फ्लाइट सुबह है, नेक्स्ट डे आपकी फ्लाइट रात को है. 2 days are not the same. You will not fly with the same colleagues. You will fly with different people. You will meet different people on the flight. Every day is different. How you are able to cope up with these situations matters. So your answers in your CV, I mean your CV, and the answers that you're going to give in the interview should be focusing on how adaptable you are to. Tip number 7 is having safety awareness. As you all know, the primary responsibility probably for every employee, especially in the aviation industry, is about ensuring passenger safety. So having a little bit of awareness about passenger safety, passenger comfort is very important. So what should be your answers based on? Of course, your CV should have information about you being aware of passenger safety, you being aware of passenger comfort, and same thing in the questions as well. The questions that are going to be asked to you in the interview, you should be aware of answering how to make sure that every passenger is safe. Your priority or your main goal as a cabin crew or your main role as a cabin crew is of making sure that every passenger is safe, every passenger is comfortable, every passenger who flies with your airline flies again with your airline because of the brand image of high safety values and high passenger comfort values that every airline is striving towards. Tip number 8 is language skills. Obviously, language skills plays a very important role, especially in a customer facing role or a customer serving role. Why? Because जिस भाषा में लोग आपसे बात करेंगे या लोगों को जिस भाषा में कंफर्टेबल होगा आपसे बात करने के लिए, अगर आप उसमें प्रोफिशिएंट होगे तो कम्युनिकेशन एरर्स जो होते हैं, कम्युनिकेशन इफेक्टिवली होना किसी भी स्ट्रीम में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. तो अगर ये एक बैरियर हम मिटा देते हैं कम्युनिकेट इफेक्टिवली करके, then a lot of things become easier. So you are there for your passengers. You are there on board to make sure that every passenger has a comfortable journey. How else will you be able to make sure? By communicating effectively. So having proficiency in language skills, especially Hindi and English in our country, is very important. If you know any other third language, fourth language, fifth language, make sure to include it in the CV. Even when you're introducing yourself, make sure to talk about your third language proficiency, fourth language proficiency, because language skills are highly valued in customer facing roles. Number 9 is problem solving. So in your CV, in your interview questions that are going to be asked to you, try to highlight points on you being a problem solver. So they may ask you questions where there may be small issues that may be arising. Don't get panicked during the interview. Be confident and answer. You have to understand that there is no right or wrong answer in all personality related questions. It's all about testing your personality. It's about testing how confident you are. It's about how you are going to react to situations which are unprecedented or which are not called for or which are surprise situations. Okay, how you're going to react. So they are going to ask you, they may ask you questions which are going to be slightly different for you or something that you did not expect. So remember that as a cabin crew, you may have a lot of situations where you are going to be solving those problems. So always think from the perspective of being a solver, providing a solution to whichever problem that they give you in the form of a question. Okay, showcase it to them that you are able to take charge of a situation and you are able to take decisions very swiftly. Last but not the least, positivity. It is one of the most important things to be a part of the cabin crew team or to be a part of a ground staff team. Am I saying this? I'm sure you would have traveled. आपने भी बहुत बार travel किया होगा, आपने देखा होगा. There will be lot of situations in your life, there will be lot of times in your life where as a cabin crew or as any other working professional, you may not be in the best of your mind space, or you may not be very, maybe you must be having a lot of situations going on in your personal life, but आप दूसरे जॉब में वो सारी चीज़ों को हाइड कर देते हो बिकॉज मे बी इट्स अ डेस्क जॉब एंड वो दिख नहीं रहा है. बट इन अ कस्टमर फेसिंग रोल, जब पैसेंजर्स आपको लोग देख रहे हैं, पीपल आर टॉकिंग टू यू, पीपल आर इंटरेक्टिंग विद यू, your mindset has to be of a positive person. You, every situation, you are somebody who needs to be positive, because there are a lot of things that depend on your positivity. There are a lot of things, there are a lot of people who are looking at you, a lot of people have hopes from you, a lot of people are dependent that you are the one who will make sure that everything is going on fine. So you have to have that kind of positivity in you to lead so many people. So every person, not just somebody who's in charge of the aircraft, every person in the aviation industry needs to have that kind of a mindset. तो आज के इस वीडियो में बस इतना ही. अगर आप मुझसे कस्टमर फेसिंग जॉब रोल के बारे में कुछ और इन्फॉर्मेशन जानना चाहते हैं तो आप मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन में लिख सकते हैं. अगर आपको ये वीडियो इन्फॉर्मेटिव लगा तो आप लाइक कर सकते हैं इस वीडियो को. For more future customer facing job role details, information on interviews, cabin crew interviews, ground staff interview related videos, stay tuned. Thank you very much for your time and goodbye.